Welcome to Aksharabhyasa channel. So today we are going to about the sums on rectification of errors. So on page number 204 on Ncert textbook, which is there in your Ncert website. So in the illustration 1, so first transaction, credit purchases from Raghu rupees 20,000 were not recorded. Here the complete transaction has been omitted, it has been not recorded. So we will go directly to the rectified entry. So when we purchase goods, what will happen? Goods will come into the business, and since it is a credit transactions, so we know Raghu is the giver of the benefit. So goods are coming into the business. Purchases account debit, then to Raghu's account. Okay, so we need to mention the amount 20,000, then again the credit side 20,000. So let us check the second entry. Credit purchase from Raghu were recorded as 10,000. The initial entry should have been recorded as 20,000, but it is been recorded as 10,000. So now what is the correct entry? It should be purchases account debit to Raghu's account. Okay, so 20. Here what happened? Only the amount is wrong. So in the wrong entry, the amount should be, we should take it as 10,000. So we'll copy the same thing and put it under the wrong entry. Okay, then again in the rectified entry. So first in the wrong entry, what the amount they have taken as 10,000. Okay, so how can you rectify? The original transaction is purchase account debit to Raghu's account 20,000, but they have taken it as 10,000. So the transaction remains the same, only the amount we need to change it as 10,000. So here the second transaction have been rectified. Third transaction, credit purchase from Raghu 20,000 were recorded as 25,000. So now record the correct entry, that is the purchases account debit to Raghu account. So what is the amount? Correct amount should be 20,000. Very good. But the wrong entry, what we have taken? Amount as 25,000. Everything remains the same, only the amount is increased by 5,000. So make it as 25,000. Okay, so here the amount is increased by 5,000. So how can you rectify it? You need to reverse the transaction. When you reverse the transaction, the excess amount which has been increased, now it will be rectified. So how can you do that? Just reverse the entry. Raghu's account debit to purchase account. So amount will be 5,000. So in your exams, you can just only write the rectified entry. For your understanding purpose, I am showing in 3 columns, but in your exams, make it as only 1 entry, that is the rectified entry. Fourth entry, purchases account debit, then again move to Raghu's account and write the amount. The first one will always be constant now in this entry, meaning that it is not posted to his account, means it is referring to some person, right? Here in this case it is Raghu's account. So it is not posted, the entry is not posted to his account. Only purchases is been entered. The credit is not given. Whenever you come across the word called posted, you know it affects only the one part of the transaction. Okay, so here on the credit entry is not been credited, so we need to rectify this. Okay, So how do you rectify now? So we know that Raghu's account is credited. So move it to the Raghu's account. Then write the amount as 20,000. But here the purchases account has been recorded correctly, right? So how will you rectify? Now you need to move this to suspense account. So whenever you see the word posted, means it is affecting the one part of the transaction, either debit or credit. Fifth transaction, credit purchase from Raghu 20,000. This has already been recorded here, where posted to his account as 2,000. So it is posted to Raghu's account. So to Raghu's account, how much it is posted for? 2,000. What was the amount supposed to be? 20,000 purchases, but they have taken it as 2,000. So we need to rectify the entry. So as we already discussed in the other transaction, that is the fourth one. So purchases, both the sides it is 20,000 and it is debited correctly. So we need to move to suspense account, that is 18,000, and to Raghu's account 18,000. Why 18,000? Because Raghu's account is already credited with 2,000. The balance 20,000 minus 2,000, that is 18,000, debited to suspense account and later credited to Raghu's account. Sixth transaction, credit purchase from Raghu 20,000 were posted to Raghav's account. So first part is done, purchases account debit to Raghu's account. Now instead of Raghu, it has been here the person posted it is Raghav. So we'll just take in and copy it and put it under the wrong entry side. So here you need to write to Raghav's account. So amount is 20,000. Okay, so now we know instead of crediting to Raghu, they credited to Raghav's account. So when we need to rectify the entry, we need to reverse the entry. So we'll do it as Raghav's account debit to Raghu's account 20,000 and here 20,000. Seventh transaction, credit purchase from Raghu 20,000 were posted to the debit of Raghu's account. So here purchases account debit to Raghu's account, that is the first part, and later it is posted to debit of Raghu's account. So Raghu's account debit 20,000. Now we need to rectify this entry. So we will be suspense account debit. So that is 40,000. Next to Raghu's account 40,000. So why we have taken 40,000? Because we need to reverse the entry, that is the Raghu's account which is debited. So we need to reverse, for that to Raghu's account 20,000, and then again we need to correct this entry, right? It should go to the credit to Raghu. So again 20,000 is added, so total 40,000 rupees. Eighth transaction, credit purchase from Raghu rupees 20,000 were posted to the debit of Raghav. Credit purchase from Raghu is already been recorded here and it has been debited to Raghav's account. So Raghav's account here it will be debited. Okay, so with the amount of 20,000. But actual what should be there? We need to record the purchases to Raghu's account and not to Raghav's account. So we will rectify this. Suspense account debit 40 to Raghav's account, that is the cancellation for 20,000 to account credit purchase from Raghu 20,000 were recorded through sales book. When you make a entry for sales, what will be the entry? Raghu account will be debited to sales account. Okay, so the amount is 20,000. Now it need to be rectified. The sales need to be reversed. So sales account will be debited, purchases account debited to Raghu's account. So amount will be 40,000. 20,000 for reversing the sales amount and 20,000 for the actual purchases. So when you are writing this problem in your exam, so kindly give the narration. I hope you understood this problem. So please like, share and subscribe to Akshara Abhyasa channel. Thank you. The entire transaction at one glance for your reference.